The NFC champs take their show to London. EA Sports. Coming up is the third of our 4 games this season in London. This one, the LA Rams. I'll be back with a look around the NFL at halftime. But for now, let's get across the Atlantic to London. Davis.
Coach, thank you. We are over 4,000 miles away from where you're seated in Orlando as we come to you from the European home of the NFL, London, England, and Wembley Stadium. Coming up, another edition of the NFL International Series, and it should be a good one, between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Los Angeles Rams. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Rams team as they interplay. We're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
Meanwhile, for the Bengals here, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion. Line of scrimmage, that didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Samson Ebukam able to record his 5th sack of the season.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. The Defensive Player of the Year, Aaron Donald. And that'll bring up 4th down.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. And they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. On 1st and 10, Dawson. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. 2nd and 10. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Samson Ebukam in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Throwing on 3rd and long. Dawson. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. And we drop you into the start of this next possession. The score, 7-0. They begin with a run by Mixon. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Dawson. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati 1st down. on first down. Mixon. And he's got some space here. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They have punted on the last two possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 31. Mixon. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. To throw on second down. Dawson. That's complete to John Ross. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. They get 11 back. And it's the Bengals in control of the football. And they're driving, but they come up on a 3rd and short here. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards that time, and a Cincinnati first down.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Looking to throw. Dawson. Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A.J. Green with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him,
right now we're all even. It's a tie game as we drop you back in and the offense gets set to take over. They'll begin here with Bernard. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the second quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Dawson. He's got it. The tight end, Allen. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. Open man is Ross, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. On first down, Dawson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. John Ross, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys have now moved out in front. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean...
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. The drive starts with a handoff to Bernard. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Looking to throw on second down. Dawson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught at the 25. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. From the gun, Dawson escaping the pressure right. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Dawson. His throw caught at about the 5. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Left in the half. On is the field goal unit. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Bullett's kick is good. And that will do it for this. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Throwing on first down. Dawson. He gets this one to Boyd. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. This quarterback now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Dawson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Leonard Floyd. And to the 43. So down inside the... So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They'll start on the ground here with Bernard. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. 2nd and 14. Gets it to his running back, Bernard. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down. They'll run on first down. Bernard. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Welcome back now here in London. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. To throw on second down, Dawson. And here's a leaping catch. He pulled it in. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different. Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing. And an alley to run. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Marching in for the sack, Michael Brockers. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Dawson. Now a leaping catch. He's got it. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he has got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy?
So this offense will head back out there already in excellent field position thanks to the interception.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Good track.
Off the bootleg. Dawson. He'll buy some time right. This is caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That puts him in excellent position. 1st and goal after a gain of 19.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and goal. The carry here for the big tight end. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Dwayne Allen, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in. Well, their defense did the job. They got the turnover on downs. Now what can the offense do as they take possession? On 1st down, Bernard. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Well, their defense did the job. They got the turnover on downs. Now what can the offense do as they take possession? And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Here's the fullback, Zach Line, and trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. And Bullock will put this one through, and that will get the lead up to 14. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Cincinnati, 2. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for L.A., they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.